Shout out to Big Yeshu. You know, Project in the building. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside. Devil telling lies, God, he on my side. Don't gotta pick a side. Told him pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. Hey. Jumped off in that deep and I took off and I went crazy. Demons in the way, I told him, who God come and save me? Lord, come and save me. I cannot be messing around with a baby. I know that she trying to just be a distraction. I know that she tried to out of my fashion. I told her I need me a Bible study, baddie, little missus. We can go and turn up at the ark. Is you with it? Made it up to the top, oh yeah, I told him that we did it. I don't even have what I got right now, what the fuck, spirit. Holy Spirit be my antidote, I don't even do no stress. All I'm gonna do is go run it up, keep counting all these blessings. Always gotta keep my eye out for temptation, trying to test. God has switched my life up since I came up from finesse. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside.
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? How are y'all doing this fine Thursday? This fine Tuesday. How are y'all today? Hope and pray y'all were blessed and doing well. Had something fall off my desk. I hope y'all are blessed and highly favored. How the religious folks say, I pray you're blessed and highly favored, giving honor to God and all the elders and and mothers in their respective places. How y'all doing today, man? It's been a blessed day, man. It's been a blessed time. This is the time of blessings if you're a Hebrew. I gotta tell you, if you're a Hebrew, this is the time of blessings. Like, it may not seem like it may not feel like it, because all the comforts of Babylon and Egypt that we was used to is falling away. But that's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I was just talking with someone a while ago about how all the nonsense we grew up with was straight foolishness and trash and garbage. Like, I don't think anybody, I know y'all remember the movie Independence Day, Will Smith riding around. He punched the alien that was knocked out for a whole hour. That was such a goofy plot point to me. I'm like, wait, the alien got on the armor and he punched the alien and it was out for a whole hour and he was dragging it through the desert and that nigga didn't wake up. But in that movie, the president's wife was the president's wife, all accomplished, and Jeff Goldblum, his chick was this little accomplished woman and stuff. And what does the accomplished American pilot, well respected in the army, full successful career black man? What does he get? He gets to have a scripper. Vivica Fox played a whole single mama scripper. And we wonder why we see the nonsense that we see today. We wonder why we see the foolishness that we are fed today, because we have been given images. We have been given a Balaam's curse of who we should be, a representation of who we are. So it's no wonder we came out just jacked up. I mean, shoot. Hey, for us to make it this far to get where we at, man, look, you got to give yourself a pat on the back. A lot of us didn't make it through this doggone witchcraft of nonsense that we've been living in. It's crazy. When you stop and think about it, you're like, dang, all the other dudes, all the other protagonists in the movie, they have respectable wives, and the black man, who's a respectable man, why he got to get a scripper? Why he got to have a whore? A whole single mama baby nonsense. Like, why he got to be in a raggedy situation, even though he got a respectable life in the job? This is the nonsense that they set up. This is the way they set this thing up, and it normalized that nonsense. So that way they could continue the circle of foolishness. This place is nonsense, man. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to today, like I said, let me get my rag and white, man. We not gonna be long today. Sister Mary has cooked some nice food for us in the fellowship hall, so I'm not gonna keep you long on this Sunday morning. Let me stop. But they have fed us more stuff with times and seasons, man. I had. This one here is one of those things that my mom used to say that go from the pulpit back, because this actually was something the Most High dealt with me recently, this week and this recent time, and I wanted to share that with y'all to help give y'all a better understanding and also to speak some encouragement into our folks, because Babylon tells us that when you get to a certain age, it's over for you. You're old and you're wrapped up, and you're supposed to just sit around and retire, sit in a home, eat tapioca, play pinochle, and play bingo, and just waste your life away and die off in the corner. When you just old, it's a wrap. You 60, 70, 80 years old. It's time out for you. It's over. You're done. But the Bible actually has something different, and the Most High actually has a different plan that we are gonna go see come up and come into to play. So I'm gonna go ahead here and I'll leave myself in here like that. It's still quite visible. I'm in the book of Jubilees today. I got a couple, just like I said, quick scriptures to bring some revelation to y'all, and hopefully the bring some clarity and to make some of y'all feel better, because I know a lot of us, I'll speak for myself. One of the things I always say, I'm 42 years old, and I'm like, all right, I'm 42, no wife, no kids or whatever. I'm like, I ain't trying to have no kids when I'm 50, 60. I've had that ingrained in my head. Oh, you're going to be too old, and oh, you're going to be old and stuff. And what you going to do? You can't be able to hang out with your kids, and you're going to be old, and oh, you just old. And, we've always had this subtle programming in our head that after a certain part of the age, that's just it. Like, you just sit around and, read folks the Bible and just waste away. Like that's what they want us to do. That's how they expect us to do. But the Most High has a different plan. Let's read this. We're in Jubilees, and I'm going to be reading from chapter 25. And it says here, and in the second year of this week in the Jubilee, Rebekah called Jacob her son and spake unto him, saying, My son, do not take thee a wife of the daughters of Canaan, as Esau thy brother, who took him 2 wives of the daughters of Canaan, and they have embittered my soul with all their unclean deeds, for all their deeds are fornication and lust, and there is no righteousness with them, for their deeds are evil. And I, my son, love thee exceedingly, and my heart and affection bless thee every hour of the day and watch of the night. And now, my son, hearken to my voice, and do the will of thy mother, and do not take thee a wife of the daughters of this land, but only of the house of my father and of my father's kindred. Thou shalt take thee a wife of the house of my father, and the Most High Yah will bless thee, and thy children shall be righteous, and a righteous generation and a holy seed. Now, mind you, just to give you a quick background of this, Rebekah is saying this because Isaac had told her about Jacob and Esau, and he saw that she favored Jacob more, and he favored Jacob as well, because he understood that the promise was going to be handed down through him. Actually, Abram came to her and said that. He recognized it was going to be through him. So he told him, hey, he told Rebekah, hey, pay special attention to him, because my generation is going to continue through him, and the blessings of my life are going to come through him. He was telling her that, and she listened, and she hearkened to her father, because he was a father to her, even though, we call it today father-in-law, but no, he was father. And she listened. She was obedient. She wasn't going crazy, and she listened to him. And she said, and now, my son, hear my voice and do the will of thy mother. Do not take a wife of the daughters of this land, but only of the house of my father and of my father's kindred. Thou shalt take thee a wife of the house of my father, and the Most High Yah will bless thee, and thy children shall be a righteous generation and a holy seed. That's where she got that from. She's basically re-speaking the blessing that Abram told her to speak. And then Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, and said unto her, Behold, mother, I am 9 weeks of years old. I love Jubilees. Jubilees is such a dope book, because if you want to get back in touch with the time of heaven, the time of the Messiah, not this dragon clock that we on right now, this Amorite bull crap, billions of years, and everything evolved from monkeys, and they just got up one day and said they're gonna start walking, and all that goofy crap that they be out there teaching. All this, it was billions and billions of years. The sun just sat up there, and then all of a sudden a bunch of balls of gas got together and decided to become a plant. Like all that foolishness muddies up the truth. Here he is saying, I am 9 weeks of years old. Now, You do basic math. A week is seven days. Okay, so a week of a year, 7 years. He's 9 weeks of 7 years old. So he's 9 times 7. So this man is saying he is 63 years old. He's 63 at this point. And he says, I am 9 weeks of years old. I neither know, nor have I touched any woman, nor have I betrothed myself to any, nor even think of taking me a wife of the daughters of Canaan. For I remember my mother, the words of Abraham, our father. He's talking about his grandfather now. And he commanded me not to take a wife of the daughters of Canaan, but to take a wife from the seed of my father's house and from my kindred. I have heard before that the daughters have been born to Laban, thy brother, and I have set my heart on them, taking a wife from amongst them. And for this reason, I have guarded myself in my spirit against sinning, on being corrupted in all my ways throughout all the days of my life. For with regard to lust and fornication, Abraham, my father, gave me many commands. I swear before thee, mother, that all the days of my life I will not take me a wife from the daughters of the seed of Canaan, and I will not act wickedly as my brother has done. And he goes on, he talks about how, Esau was trying to, man, you go ahead, man, come get you a wife from one of my women. These cave women is nice. They come out the cave. They don't wash that much. They don't clean. They don't wash their hands. They might go a couple of months without a bath, but they're fun girls. They're really fun girls. That's the kind of crap Esau was talking, and Jacob wasn't feeling that. But what I want to focus on is this man was 63 years old, not married, no kids. And she was coming to him to say, hey, I want you to go ahead and handle this at 63. Now, according to the time scale of America, he old. he over the hill. He's done. It's a wash. Like you're a grandpa, buddy. You're gramps. Forget it, bro. You're old. You're out. You're done. You're out through there. But that's been kind of a theme that the Most High did with our patriarchs, because again, remember, Abram was also old when he had Isaac. And then to even compound it even more, Abram was 100 and almost 60 some odd years old when he got married again after Sarah's death and had 6 more children, even at that age. So what we're seeing here is that apparently age is not the factor here on all of these things. Like, why is it that at 63 he was able to do this? And then if you read in Jubilees, I think it's in Jubilees and in Jasher, Isaac was 40 years old when he got with Rebekah, when they finally went and got him a wife. And actually, by the terms of this with Jacob, he was young. And that was only because Sarah had just died. One of the kings that he was acquainted with had just died, and his brother had died. So there was a lot of death going on around Abram, and he was like, I got to get my house together. This is a story that you can find in Jasher. And he was like, I got to get my house together. And that's when he sent Eleazar out, who was the head of his household, and say, hey, I need to find a wife for my son. I need to make sure he's good when I'm gone. Again, he was 40 years old. Isaac wasn't no young boy when they went up on the mountain. I think he was in his 30s at that point. When they went on the mountain, they always show you like, oh, he's a little boy, little child. Like America has a Peter Pan syndrome. Like even in America and lizard people over there in Japan, they all have Peter Pan syndrome. They always talk, especially in like Japan, they talk about the summer of youth. They say obsessed with the kids. So much so in Japan that they be drawing 15, 16-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls, like grown women, and put them in sexual positions and all kinds of crap like that. Like it's this obsession with being young. It's this obsession with youth, because if you recall, again, from the book of Enoch, when the Most High spoke a curse over the Nephilim and all their kind, he said, yours will not be length of days. Why is it that you always see these folks, 30 is the new 20, 40 is the new 20, or 45 is the new 20, or 50 is the new, they always trying to like redirect it and stay in this young brain. There's 2 reasons for that. One is the one aforementioned I just mentioned. They when you dying and you're going to face judgment, you want to stay in the earth. you not try to go nowhere. You want to stay. You got the biggest advantage here, because once you die, you're done. You're cooked, literally. you're out. And the other reason is by keeping people in the childish mind state, they stay easy to control. Plus, when they get older and they should be using wisdom to speak, you got them more concerned with trying to be young and trying to focus on being young instead of passing on wisdom to the other kids. So everybody stays in this childish loop where we got all these. I heard elder call them chadotes, and I can't see it no other way now. They're chadotes, CHI dotes, chadotes. It's a portmanteau of children and adults, and I love it. That's my new lexicon for the word adults. You got adults that act like kids. And what we need to realize is it's okay for you to age because the Most High is actually going to be restoring us. And I'm going to show you. Let's go to Jubilees 23. This was actually a little bit before. So this is when this is actually that was 25. This is 23. And he placed two. We're going to read pretty much all of this. And he placed two fingers on Jacob's eyes, and he blessed God. He blessed the Yah of Elohim, the Elohim of Elohims, and he covered his face and stretched out his feet and slept the sleep of eternity. This is Abraham passing away. And notwithstanding with all this, Jacob was lying in his bosom and knew not that Abraham, his father, was dead. And Jacob awoke from his sleep, and behold, Abraham was cold as ice. And he said, Father, Father, but there was none that spake, and he knew that he was dead. And he arose from his bosom and ran and told Rebekah, his mother. And Rebekah went to Isaac in the night and told him, and they went together, and Jacob with them, and a lamp was in his hand. And when they had gone in, they found Abram lying dead. And Isaac fell on his face of his father and wept and kissed him. And the voices were heard in the house of Abraham, and Ishmael, his son, arose and went to Abraham, his father, and wept over Abraham, his father, he and all the house of Abram. And they wept with a great weeping. And his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the double cave near Sarah, his wife, and they wept for him 40 days, all the men of his house, and Isaac and Ishmael, and all their sons, and all the sons of Keturah in their places. And the days of weeping for Abram were ended. Now, here's a key point. Pay attention. Jubilees I love Jubilee. When the angel of the presence is, see, what you got to understand, Jubilees was when Moses was on the mountain, and the angel of the presence was giving Moses all of this information about what was going on and telling him and explaining to things, and that was giving him, all the history. And some of this, Moses, I'm sure, knew from all records, but a lot of this was also stuff that they didn't know. And it says in 8, and he lived 3 jubilees and 4 weeks of years. Remember, Jubilee is a 49-year cycle. Shout out to Teo Ministries. He lived there 3 jubilees and 4 weeks of years. If you don't understand how that works, Teo Ministries has a video where he breaks down the cycle of the jubilees and the 49-year cycle of how that works with the jubilees. And so it says he lived 3 jubilees and 4 weeks of years, 175 years, and completed the days of his life, being old and full of days. For the days of the forefathers of their life were 19 jubilees. And after the flood, they began to grow less than 19 jubilees, and to decrease in jubilees, and to grow old quickly, and to be full of their days by reason of manifold tribulation and wickedness of their ways, with the exception of Abraham. So this right here is a key point that I really want us to understand. A lot of the times, you ever see some people, and you the same age as them, but they look like they've been through hell and back. They out here looking crazy. They out here looking like, it's like, yo, bro, why? We went to school together. Why this nigga look like he 20 years older than me? But we in actuality, he's younger than me. Why is it that this person looks like that? You can always tell it when you see a person that got that look of a drug addict, of crack addicts have that look together. Weed head, not weed head, but really like the jokers that be on like pills and all that kind of stuff, they got to look together. Them jokers that be on lean, they have a look like together. Like everybody that does their respective thing has a look about them. Alcoholics have a look. When you got dudes full of lust, they got a look. Like everybody has a look that matches the sin that greatly overwhelms their life. And you always see how this ages people quicker. They always age when a person that how we say is, oh, they lived a hard life. They lived a sinful life. And here the angel of the presence is explaining why. By reason of manifold tribulation and wickedness of their ways. The wickedness and the sin of your life will cut you off, which gives a whole new meaning to when the Most High says, honor thy mother and father so that thy days will be long in this earth. Because wickedness and tribulation shorten your days. A lot of folks is out here thinking that they're getting away with nonsense, that they out here doing wickedness to people left and right, and them be the type of people that you find out, dang, why that nigga just woke up dead one day? Dang, they just suddenly die, or they have some kind of crazy death or something that go down, because manifold tribulation and wickedness will take you down. For Abram let's go on to 10. It didn't affect Abram because Abram was walked upright before the Most High. The Abram was perfect in all his deeds with the Lord, and well-pleasing in righteousness all the days of his life. And behold, he did not complete 4 jubilees in his life when he had grown old by reason of the wickedness, and was full of his days. By reason of the wickedness. Sin by itself is what's killing us day by day, which is why every day when we go, because the simple state of us being born out of order, our birth, we weren't born the way we were created to be. The Most High created Adam. Adam's original form before he fell, and Chua, his wife, their original form was what we were supposed to be. When they sinned and they started reproducing after what they had became, that is the sin. This is why that cute little baby is still born in sin, because the Most High looks down, he sees an adorable child, but then at the same time, he's like, I didn't create you to be this way. I didn't create you to be born in this fallen state. I didn't create you to be born with all the mess that's attached to your soul. I did not create you to do this way. And when you move out of the order of Yah, who is the life of us, that is where death comes in. Death is literally just being out of the absence of Yah. It's being out of his life-giving will. Because remember, he breathed into us the breath of life. So that life could keep us going. However, being born in sin, it's like we're being silently judged into death because we're not in the order of where we should be. And so we get judged down into death. And it says, in all the generations which shall arise from this time until the day of great judgment shall grow old quickly, before they complete 2 jubilees, and their knowledge shall forsake them by reason of their old age. Land all they know. Land all they know. It shall vanish away. And in those days, if a man live a jubilee and a half of years, they shall say regarding him, he has lived long, and a greater part of his days are pain, sorrow, and tribulation, and there is no peace. He's talking about this day and these days. When they say those days and it starts sounding familiar, a jubilee is 49 years. So jubilee and a half, what's that? That's like about 40, that's like 60 some odd years, 60, 70 some odd years. That's about where we at right now. You get most folks now averaging 70, 80 some odd years. Some folks go on to 90. Actually, I found that the folks that were older, especially before they started giving us these nonsense jabs as children, before you even get a chance to, you can't even get into a school nowhere. And even as an adult, if you don't get your shots as a kid, even when you become an adult, I've heard stories from folks that say, yeah, I didn't get these shots as a kid, and I couldn't go into college until they put them needles in my arm. But yet the people from before they did all that shots and stuff, they living to be 110, 120. They living to be old. I seen the lady who was from the Harlem Renaissance, and she died at the ripe old age of like 110 years old. I thought that they would live less. They had less health care, and they had less this and less that. Why is it that the older folks born earlier live longer? And they're telling you right here. It says that in those days, if a man live a jubilee and a half of years, they should say regarding him, he has lived long, and the greater part of his days are pain, sorrow, and tribulation, and there is no peace. This is where we are right now, especially for the average Hebrew. We just surrounded by just constant stress, inflammation, all this stuff that affects your body. And this is all the stuff that keeps wearing you down while we get wore down. And it don't help that the food aids it. So the food helps speed up your death. And then you also got all the societal factors. You working all day long. You got no peace all day long. You constantly got stress and all this stuff coming at you. These are the things that aid you. This is why, if you really are paying attention, the real people that are speaking from the knowledge of the Most High, and as a side note, we got to get out of religion, y'all. We really have to get out of religion. I understand a lot of us grew up in it. It's only way we know to relate to the Most High, but we really need to get out of religiousness. Like everything don't have to be religious. I had a dream here and I had a dream. Sometimes you can't trust your dreams. Sometimes you got to bring that thing before the Most High. You can't trust every dream. Everybody got a word and this and this. Sit down sometimes and let the Most High talk to you. Because if the Most High is talking, I guarantee you it's mostly going to be about getting yourself right. It's not going to be some metaphysical crazy, I seen an angel, or I had a dream where an eagle dropped a coin and it fell on top of a house. It's like a big Rube Goldberg machine. It fell on the house and jumped off and then rolled down the street, and then it hit this old man, and the old man walked down the street, and then he tripped and fell over and it knocked this skateboard up in the air, and the skateboard hit a lamp, and the lamp happened to have $300 at the top of it, and the $300 fell in my pocket. Oh, it's from the Lord. Bro, get out of here with this nonsense. There's a practicality to the Most High that doesn't require all this extra religiosity and nonsense. We really got to check ourselves for everything, because this place is giving us nothing but pain, sorrow, and tribulation, and no peace. And we got to understand that all these things that we picked up is what's keeping us dying. All of this stuff, all of this stress and this nonsense, worrying about stuff that you can't change, worrying about things that's out of your power. Oh, the Most High say He's gonna regather us. How are we gonna do it? I'm sick. I can't move. Oh, I've been in jail before. I don't got a passport. How you trying to save yourself and worrying about stuff that you ain't got no business worrying about? When the Most High do it, everybody going. Stop stressing. Stop worrying. You worrying about nothing, causing problems to yourself about nothing. Because that's what I was doing. I'm like, man, I'm not finna sit here and even entertain having kids later on in age. Like, this is crazy. That don't make no sense. But then I read this and I'm like, oh, so the timing of the Most High is a little different. And then I read down a little further. Let's go to 13. For calamity follows on calamity, and wound on wound, and tribulation on tribulation, and evil tidings on evil tidings, and illness on illness, and all evil judgments such as these, one with another, illness and overthrow, and snow and frost and ice and fever, chills and torpor, famine and death, and sword and captivity, and all kinds of calamities and pains. This is what we have been suffering. Not only us, but even others in the earth. The earth has been going through this for the past 400 years, since we fell from grace and fell and allowed the evil empire to take over. When the Jedis all got killed out after Order 66 and got sent into captivity and hiding, that's when the emperor took over, and that's when all this mess started with all his clone troopers. and all those shall come on an evil generation which transgresses on the earth. Their works are uncleanliness and fornication and pollution and abominations. Then shall they say, the days of the forefathers were many, unto 1,000 years, and were good. But behold, the days of our life, if a man has lived many, there are 70 and if he is strong, 80 years. And those evil, and there is no peace in the days of this evil generation. They're talking about he's been 43 and 50 years old, and for most of those years, it's been in foolishness. I have said this very thing, which is hilarious. Like, this is a prophecy that I have fulfilled within myself, because I have said that. I'm like, man, our ancestors were so blessed to be born, to be able to live like a human. Y'all, we do not live like humans over here. We live like cattle. We live like slave cattle. We don't know what it is to live human in the West, in America especially. Everybody act like, oh, we the best. It's the best country in the world. Oh, you blessed to be born here. It's the best country in the world. And they just happy to be a dumb slave. Because that's what all America produces, dumb slaves. They don't want you to think. They want you to be a slave and work your life away, die off quickly, so then they can just raise up another generation that don't get the wisdom that you can share because you done died off so quickly. And now they can keep the line going with more foolishness and more nonsense. Just keep lying and lying and lying and deceiving and deceiving and deceiving. You see what they're setting up for now. How they trying to change history. You can't talk about slavery in schools no more. You can't say slavery no more in schools because it might make the white kids feel bad. We don't want white kids to feel bad about the benefits that they got from their ancestors at the behest of genocide, death, and murder, and pillaging and raping. We don't want to make them feel bad. Well, just forget the people that went through it. They literally are going to get to the point where they're going to rewrite history. This is why you see all these young kids running around with doggone cavemen and cave women. They ain't getting with your own kind. I've heard I've seen it myself. I've seen a young, vibrant young brothers with the most raggedy, toe down, ghetto looking Mayo maiden, unwashed heifer. And I'm like, why is he with this old skanked out woman with all them kids? Why is he with this old crazy skanked out white woman when this young man 20-something? I know the brother personally that happened to. And I'm like, why? I live near a college and I see all these young girls and young boys out here with these scraggly looking unwashed jokers. And I'm like, what is going on? Because they're trying to rewrite history. Their numbers are dying, so they need to bolster their numbers. So they're resetting up their slave production facilities, and by just making it making people more agreeable to it than before. by erasing history. They don't know the history. It's not real to them because they've been lied to and told that it's ancient history, and nobody sat down and told them that, nah, this ain't that ancient, my boy. This ain't that ancient. I mean, my mom and dad were around when there was segregation and all that stuff. My mom and dad remember that and told me stories. But if nobody tells these young kids that now, they'll believe the lies that everything was older. So this is their benefit by putting us in the grave early. They understand this, which is why they keep us with tribulation, pain, and sorrow and give us no peace, because they want us dead. And they doing it how the Chinese say they're using a borrowed knife. They still doing it themselves in a lot of ways, but in the other ways to keep our numbers under, try and keep our numbers under control. They're trying to stress us to death and keep us down and keep us dead. Let's keep going. And they shall say, come on, an evil generation which transgress on the earth. Their works are uncleanliness and fornication and pollution and abominations. I'm sorry, I'm going to skip up to 16. And in that generation, the sons shall convict their fathers and the elders of sin and unrighteousness and of the words of their mouth and great wickedness, which they perpetrate, and concerning their forsaking the covenant which the Lord made between them and him, that they should observe and do all his commandments, his ordinances, his laws without departing either. This is where we are right now. That's when we're looking back and we're seeing our ancestors, all those who was during the time of Jerusalem who denied the Messiah. We still got goofballs denying the Messiah to this day, but them niggas is a special breed of stupid. And you know, all the ones that was during our height when we had our land and had our name and knew who we were, but these niggas want to run around and just do whatever. I know I be looking here, man. When we get, and they say the great judgment gonna take 3 years. I might be walking around during that time and be like, excuse me, what time frame were you born in? Oh, you were born. Okay. Oh, hey there, Hebrew brother. What? You were a part of Jerusalem during that? Oh, okay. So you was one of them niggas that was out there making fornications in the Most High's temple. Oh, you was one of them niggas that was blanking all the ordinances. Okay. Hey, y'all, I found one, and we just jumped that nigga. Y'all cost us 400 years of pain, sorrow, tribulation, and no peace. You gotta see me. I feel like all of us, all our slave ancestors that got put under and all that, we all just need to get them niggas in a circle and just go and hey, it just be like that. You just put them in a circle and just whoop down on them until we satisfied, because y'all niggas made us suffer for your foolishness. You had it good and we had to suffer because of your foolishness. And in the 17, for all have done evil, and every mouth speaks iniquity, and all their works are uncleanliness and abomination, and all their ways are pollution, uncleanliness, and destruction. Behold, the earth shall be destroyed on account of all their works, and there shall be no seed of the vine, no oil, and their works are altogether faithless, and they shall perish together, beasts, cattle, bird, and all of the fish of the sea, on account of the children of men. Most I talking about when he's going to come and destroy the earth to remake it, because the earth just got also full of sin, and the earth going to have to get remade just like we get remade. And then 19, and they shall strive one with the other, and the young with the old with the young, the poor with the rich, the lowly with the great, the beggar with the prince, on account of the law and the covenant, for they have forgotten commandment and covenant and feasts and months and Shabbats and jubilees and all judgments. This is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. When you see all these folks running around telling someone, eat the rich, and the rich gonna, that's what that is. The poor with the rich, lowly versus the great, beggar versus the poor. This is where we are. This is I really, when you start letting the Bible speak for itself, you start realizing that where we are right now was the point that a lot of the people, especially the holy ones, the ones who walked up right before the Most High, they dreaded this. This was a worrisome, dreadful time. This is why Baruch, when we got carried away through one of our captivities back then, Baruch started freaking out. And Baruch lost his mind. He like, oh, I wish I were born. Why did I live to see this happen, y'all? Like, Baruch was going through it because he was like, yo, this is it. This is the big one. He was out there like Fred Sanford. This is the big one. This is it. 400 years, we're going to lose our identity. Oh, Lord. He out there. He going through it. And the Most High had to calm that nigga down and be like, hey, bro, calm down. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Let me let you. This ain't that bad yet. Y'all ain't got there yet. Calm down. Let me cook. Let me do what I'm doing. Chill out, Baruch. For those who have never read Baruch, I highly recommend Baruch. Baruch's a good read. Baruch is a good read. And it says in 20, and they shall stand with swords and war to turn them back into the way, but they shall not return until much blood has shed on the earth one by another. That's where we are right now. And those who have escaped shall not return from their wickedness to the way of righteousness, but they shall exalt themselves to deceit and wealth, that they may take all that is his neighbor's, and they shall name the great name, but not in truth and not in righteousness. And they shall defile the Holy of Holies with their unclean corruption and their pollution. This is Christianity. This is Christianity, the pollution of the Bible, the corruption of the Bible, the twisting of the Bible. Christianity 101. And a great punishment shall befall the deeds of this generation from the Lord. He will give them over to the sword and to judgment and to captivity and to be plundered and devoured. There we go. And he will wake up against them the sinners of the Gentiles who have neither mercy nor compassion, who shall respect the person of none, neither old nor young nor anyone, for they are more wicked and strong and do evil than all the children of men. And they shall use violence against Israel and transgression against Jacob, and much blood shall be shed upon the earth, and there shall be none to gather and none to bury. This is talking about our people and our ancestors. Yeah, that applies to Christianity as well, but our people did it first. Well, we got to understand, this is why when folks wake up to being a Hebrew and they be arrogant, that really don't make no sense to me. I'm like, you didn't read the same text I read, because you have to understand everything that we're suffering are things that we impacted on others. Why do you think the story of the Good Samaritan hit so hard? Why do you think that Samaritan woman was shocked that the Messiah wanted her to get her water? Because we act like how these doggone Asians and Amorites and all these other folks, well, the Asians are another breed of Amorite too, but we act just like them when it came to folks back in the day. So now we are getting what our ancestors sold in other nations. They acted rude and nasty and xenophobic and didn't want to deal with nobody. So now we're suffering for that. But I'm going to get to our time restoration. Let's keep going. This is a process we got to go through. That's the thing about this. It's a process that you have to go through. In the days, they shall cry aloud. In those days, they shall cry aloud and call and pray that they may be saved from the hands of the sinners, the nations. But none shall be saved. No one can save you. Deuteronomy 28. A lot of folks think that their money can save them, their investments can save them, their Bitcoin can save them. Look in the mirror. That nigga can't save you. You have to trust in the Most High God. Nothing. Even if you had $1 billion, you couldn't save yourself right now. You can't save yourself with nothing. And the heads of the children shall be white with gray hair, and the child of 3 weeks shall appear old like a man of 100 years, and their stature shall be destroyed by tribulation and oppression. Do we not see this happening right now? I know good and well, y'all seen the video of the boy. He's like 14 years old. That nigga got a beard. He got a mustache. He looked like a doggone 40-year-old man, and he's legit 14 years old. You see these jokers, they look old. I remember seeing this young girl in a doggone elementary school, and I would have only known she was in elementary school because she was wearing the uniform for the school. She looked like a woman, an old woman. I mean, had everything like a woman could have, and she's in elementary school. And I'm like, wait, why she? That's a little girl. She got on the uniform. Like, why she look like she should be in college somewhere? Like, what is this? What's going on? Like, you see this now with all these kids? These kids is looking old, man. Like most of these jokers, and they be making jokes, but instead of making jokes, y'all, this should be concerning. Like millennials looking younger compared to these younger Gen Zs and even the younger ones after that. These jokers is looking old, man. They coming up with all kinds of food. They never ate real food. The environment is more poisonous. There's all kinds of stuff going on that's messing up our kids. And this was all designed by the Bible. The Bible told us this was all going to happen. It was all going to happen because of our sin. This ain't what the Most High did because he was just arbitrary and mean. This was our sin. We messed up. We broke our side of the deal. And this is how we got here. But let's keep going. And the days shall begin to grow. And in those days, children shall begin to study the laws and to seek the commandments and to return to the paths of righteousness. This is what we are doing. This is what we do here, even on this channel. My biggest focus is always talking about the community things and how things affect us culturally, because we have to fix ourselves culturally before trying to be religious and getting all this extra stuff. See, everybody like, when I talk about the Amorites and all that stuff, but not nobody like when I say, hey, you a simp because you out here chasing chicks and getting chicks don't tell you, don't make you a man. Hey, you out here as a woman, you a whole whore because you done gave your body to every Tom, Dick, or Harry running around riding a penis carousel all your life, and now you expecting wife treatment when you already set yourself up to be a concubine. Nobody like hearing that. Everybody likes when I talk about all, he talking about the Nephilim and all that kind of stuff, all that stuff that make you that faux deepness. This stuff that I'm talking about here, this is what saves your soul. This is what restores you back. And this is going to show you in this verse. And in those days, the children shall begin to study the laws, seek the commandments, and return to the paths of righteousness. This is how we return. And the days shall begin to grow many. Wait a minute. What? The days shall begin to grow many and increase amongst the children of men till their days draw nigh to 1,000 years. Till their days draw nigh to 1,000 years, and to a greater number of years than before was the number of days. The Most High is going to restore us so we will live longer than our forebears did before the flood. This is the restoration that the Most High has given us. And there shall be no old man, nor one who is not satisfied with his days, for all shall be as children and youths. If you are seeking the face of the Most High, if you are seeking his true commandments with your whole heart, you are honest with yourself, you are doing your CSC, your soul check. You checking your soul for making sure your cyclic soul check. If you don't know what that is, go back and see the video I did about it, talking about routinely doing checks on your soul so that you can constantly remove the cancers that this place has given us and lie to us as that it's culture. It's your culture. It's who you are. No, it's a lie. It's a curse. It's death. Get that crap out of your soul, because when you get that out of your soul, the promise of the Most High is he will restore you. It don't matter if you 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Keep walking with the walk of the Most High. Don't let the thought processes of Babylon tell you that you're done. Don't let the thought process of Babylon tell you that it's over for you and your days are through. The Most High will restore you. He said there will be no old man, no old woman. He will restore you. There will be restoration from Yah. That's only if you seek after him for real, not this fake mess, not no religious mess, not no nonsense. It's about seeking the true heart of the Most High and getting yourself right. The Most High will restore you. It don't matter how old you are. The Most High will restore you. Don't let the Babylon system get you tore down. Oh, I'm old and I'm by myself and all that. That's just your temporary state for the Most High to get you right. He's setting you up so that you can get yourself purified and clean, so that you can get extinction in your life, so that you can help push the truth of him to the next generation, so that you can push righteousness to the next generation. But if you're full of foolishness, he's not going to let you be here. You're not going to stick around. You're not. Check Isaiah. He talked about it. He said, hey, I'm going to heal their blood by the spirit of tribulation, by the spirit of fire and the spirit of judgment. So if you falling under the spirit of judgment, you're going to hit that spirit of fire. You're going to get knocked out. But if you survive that spirit of judgment and that spirit of fire, there is restoration for you. You will be restored. There will be no old people. They say in all their days, they shall complete and live in peace and enjoy. And there shall be no adversary, no evil or destroy. Now he's talking about further down, getting past that. There's going to be a restoration to that process. See how he said there shall begin to grow many and increase amongst those children of men. So that don't mean that in 5 years or even 10 years, you're going to start seeing niggas live 1,000 years. But I do believe that you're going to start seeing people live 200 years. You're going to start seeing people living 150, 160, 170, 200 years, 250 years. Hey, I'm still believing. I say, hey, Most High, I'm still believing for you to give me a good 250. I'm not, hey, if you go further than that, that's on you. I'm not complaining, but I want at least a good 250 because I want to see the new kingdom. I want to see the youth grow up in a kingdom free from this Amorite filth that we grew up in, this mess. And I want to be there as a witness to make sure that these jits don't forget, don't like our ancestors forgot. We need to make sure they do not forget so we don't go back into this mess and start dying off and being in this crap no more. This is why I am thankful for the restoration. He's going to restore the righteous so that we can keep our ancestors, keep our progeny in check. All these kids and stuff, to let them know, hey, Walk right before the Most High, and this is how you get blessed. This is don't forget this. Everybody just telling us that should be that child should go around the whole day, and every elder should tell them, hey, walk, make sure you walk your life according to the ways of the Most High. Make sure you don't let yourself be traveled by the lust of the flesh. Reminding them constantly, so it's a constant reminder, so we never come back to this filth that we find ourselves in. This is the blessing that the Most High has offered us. There shall be no old man, nor one who is not satisfied with his days. For all shall be as children and youths. All their days they shall complete, live in peace and joy. There shall be no adversary, no evil destroyer. For their days shall be days of blessing and healing. And at that time the Lord will heal his servants, and they shall rise up and see great peace and drive out their adversaries. This is what we're walking into. This is what we're walking into. Don't let that enemy, I'm 40 years old, I'm 30 years old, it's over for me. No, all my brothers that's older, that ain't got no wife or kids, hey, the Most High is preserving you. You are walking in the ways of your ancestors. Your ancestors walked this way because they had to be, a man had to be older and established and to be able to pass on wisdom to his kids. And it makes sense. At this age I'm at now, I would have far more wisdom to give my children than if I were 20 years old. If I had kids when I was in my younger days, I would have passed on so much foolishness to them, unwittingly and unknowingly. There is a blessing from the Most High that if you have been preserved and you have had your children preserved and you still desire children and you still desire that, the Most High has not forgotten you. You all will be restored, men and women. Don't think it's crazy that you won't see folks 100 years old having 5, 6, 7 kids. Oh, she 102 years old and she on her 4th kid. Yes. And coming out fine. No issues, no problems. Because we are being restored, and it's only restored through holiness, through living right, through correcting your soul and doing the right thing before the Most High Yah. That is how we get here. And the righteous shall see and be thankful and rejoice forever and ever, and shall see all their judgments and all their curses on their enemies. There is something that happened this week. I feel sorry for them, but I understand. It's like how I'm looking at these curses coming on these Amorite nations is it's kind of like a person that's a witness in for a execution. You know, our people have suffered greatly by these folks. And right now, what we're witnessing is the execution of their society. Everything that they built is coming down. And I'm not gloating. I'm not happy. I feel sorry for some of them because some of them don't know. Just like our people didn't know what was happening. Some of our people didn't know. And we woke up in this mess, didn't know what was going on. They don't know. They don't know. They're ignorant. And they just see all the stuff failing and going bad, and they're frustrated. Like just this week, that whole situation with the WEF talking about you will own nothing and you will be happy. This junk is rapidly coming to pass. Rapidly. You see, I told y'all, I showed y'all the thing with the people. They got to pay a fee to get in their front door, to get into stuff, all these disgusting laws that they coming up with. And now, for those that don't know, like for those who in the video game world, you may know, basically physical media is a thing that everybody likes. Shoot, I still got I'm looking at them right now on my shelf. I got PlayStation 2 games from back in the day that I still have, that I've kept. But these future generations won't know that. Sony just announced that after 2028, they ain't going to be selling no more PlayStation discs. Everything going to be all digital. So that means they can control it. If you all of a sudden mess up, they'll cut you off. You're done. Everything's all digital. They won't own nothing. It's all digital. Everything's going digital into the world. There's no more ownership. There's no more having ownership of anything anymore. They're going into these curses. This is what we're seeing. These things are rapidly approaching. When I know especially our elders remember this, back in the day when they would be building them highways, what do? They be bifurcating all the black neighborhoods, and they run them highways up in there, and all those elders be losing their homes, and they take their homes and be doing road work or doing all this other stuff. I seen it happen down here. They moved out all the elder Hebrews and some elder Spanish folks that stayed in this area down here called Ybor in Tampa, and moved all these yuppie white folks up in there. I remember I was driving Uber one day between jobs, and I was bringing these two white folks, and I was driving down towards like the hood part of the street, and I'm like, where am I taking these people? I'm like, oh, these white folks know where I'm taking them? I'm like, what? This is the hood. I'm like, what? Why am I dropping these white folks out? And then I found out, took them off to a place. Then I'm like, there was an old house that they had done renovated. That was their place. And I'm like, man, they just done kicked all the elders out of their homes, all the old Spanish and black folks, and just moved out. Like, this is what they do. And now, what do we see happening? You got all these white folks that moved out into the country, that lived out in these nice big houses. Now they next door to data centers. Now their well water getting messed up because of the data centers. They getting pollution from sound and light because of data centers. It's happening all over. Data centers coming in, eating up all their space and all their land. The reason why computer stuff is expensive now, data centers. Because it's more lucrative for the three manufacturers. That's another issue. There's three major manufacturers of memory in the whole world. Samsung, the dudes that make Corsair, I forget their name, the main company. And then I forget the third company. There's three companies that do it, and it's like a cartel. And they basically make more money selling it to these data centers because the data centers say, hey, we are still building, but we're going to put in an advance order for all this memory that we're going to need, and we're going to pay you now. So these greedy jokers are like, oh, say less. So they taking all the memory off the market for you and me and the business owners and selling it to the data centers. Like, I can tell you, at my job, we sell computers and stuff to folks. I think that's the last time I saw one of the salespeople's things. They said the average laptop is like $1,300, which is insane. And that's, again, this isn't like a super fat. It's a regular laptop, nothing crazy. It's $1,300, and for a desktop, it's $3,000. These are curses that are reversing. What was the one thing in Revelations where it was like a whole day's work for some bread? All this, the inflation and the ridiculousness, these are the curses that we see reversing. And their bones shall rest in the earth, 31, and their spirit shall have much joy. And they shall know that it is the Lord who executes judgment and shows mercy to hundreds and thousands to all that love him. And then, of course, the angel, this was the angel talking to Moses. And do thou, Moses, write down these words, for thus they are written, and they record them on heavenly tablets for a testimony for generations forever. For us, right here. They was talking to us. It was like a time warp. He was talking to Moses, but he was really talking to us right here. That's the beauty of the Most High. He was talking transdimensionally through word. Bro, come on, man. The Most High is ridiculous, dog. That's ridiculous. That is so insane. It reminds me, there's a video game called Assassin's Creed. And in the game, they go into the memories of different people and they can experience the memories of their ancestors. And these aliens knew the technology, and they were talking to the dude back in the day when he was experiencing it, but they knew in the future that there was going to be somebody who was looking back into the memories. So they started talking directly to him. And so the man at the time, he's like, wait, what? Who's Desmond? Who are you talking about? What do you mean? He didn't understand it. But Desmond, who was in the future looking through his memories through this machine, was like, oh my God, this thing is talking straight to me. This is what the Most High was doing right there with Mo. He's talking to us to let us know, because he loves and cares about us. He's like, I ain't forgot about you. I have not forgot about you. Don't let this nonsense wear you down. I'm coming. I'm coming. Be righteous before me. Walk well before me, and I got you. I haven't forgotten. I was mad at y'all. Y'all pissed me off because y'all was on nonsense, but I never threw you away. And this is where we at, man. My man Eric. That right there. For real, heavenly tablets, the iPad is not new. The angels, that's real talk. The angel was up there with his iPad, writing this down and handing it down to Moses. Real talk. Real talk, brother. Real talk. That's what was going on. So that's my message to y'all, man. The Most High will restore you. Don't let Babylon's nonsense, is Peter Pan syndrome, make you think that it's over for you. It's not over for you. It's just beginning. Change your mindset out of that. Oh, it's almost at the end. I'm almost down. And no, hey, I'm going to live righteous, and the Most High is going to restore the time to me. This is a promise that he said. It's not no, oh, it might. If you know that you're walking upright and you're working to walk upright and striving to do more like he tells us to do, to be like the old ways, to live human the way he designed us to live again, this is expected. It's like expecting your paycheck on a Friday. This is it. This is it. So I also want to show y'all something too. Just a quick aside to show you how it said that how the life will get on you and how it live on you. I want to show you two people to show the effects of this mess. So everybody know this man right here. Everybody know who this dude is. Let's see, open link in the window. Will it come in there and show it like that? Everybody know this Joker right here. You know, this is back when he looked more human. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, you know, everybody seen him since he was a jit. You know what I'm saying? If he was on that, you see where he at. Everybody know who he is. Oh, did it open up a whole? Why did it do this? Let's see if it'll go back. Okay, there it is. So we all know it, but look at how he looked. Again, this is back in the day when he was younger, coming up. Now look at how this nigga look now. Look at how this nigga looking now. Look at what age has done to him. Look at how this life of sin, a life of just abject sin. Look at the nigga literally looking like a goblin right now. What's a goon to a goblin? The nigga look like a goblin, like straight up. Like it looked like this. If this nigga's guarding the Triforce somewhere, bro. Like if I put on a green cap and I run up in there, I gotta fight this nigga before I get a piece of the Triforce, bro. This nigga look like he guard bridges from goats, bro. like this nigga is a straight goblin, old Rumpelstiltskin looking nigga, bro. Like this nigga look crazy. He looking absolutely inhuman. This is what sin will do to you. He didn't look like that. Again, he looked normal back in the day. This was when he first came back out back in the day in the early 2000s. He still looked normal. And now this nigga literally looking like a creature. He looking like something that came like, man, this nigga come out your closet. You be like, you got to call Egon and Ghostbusters to come get this nigga, bro. Like, what the heck? This nigga's on some straight nonsense. And I got another one for you, too. See, not only y'all ain't going to believe this. Look at here. This is a picture of Whoopi Goldberg when she was young. I be telling niggas this, and they don't believe me. I be like, yo, Whoopi Goldberg was actually fine back in the day. Whoopi Goldberg was beautiful. She was a nice looking woman, but she kept laying up under them doggone white men and getting involved in all that filth in Hollywood. And the deeper and deeper she got into Hollywood, now she out here looking like she be hanging out with 3 crones, sharing eyeballs and making brews and stuff, telling Macbeth that he gonna be the king. For those who know. I just made a little intellectual joke there. She out here looking crazy. She out here looking like she gives little girls apples that send them to sleep. She out here looking goofy, like a whole monster now. Like she crazy looking. All that bitterness and evil and all that wickedness that you do sapped you in your life. You got all that money, but your life has been sapped away. This is why them jokers get old and look crazy, because wickedness will literally kill you from the inside out. Wickedness will murder you from the inside out. She was a beautiful woman. This is another young picture of her. She was beautiful, straight up fly, like straight up fly. She was not an ugly chick at all. I say that now, niggas look at me like, really, bro? Because, you know, she always wearing nigga clothes. She was always running around with that feminist nonsense, running around with them white, unwashed women that don't wash their hands, don't wash their feet, nasty, funky things that be running around. And she's associated with them jokers and had babies from them jokers. So that's how she look. Look, this is what she looked like in the dress. She is attractive. Wearing a dress, looking feminine, but before she got too deep into foolishness, and look, she looking different. Now, let's look at her in the view. Hold on. Just type in just Whoopi Goldberg by herself. And then this is what you get now. This is what she done turned into. This is the thing she done turned into. This crone looking thing. This is what she turned into after all that mess. Out here looking crazy. She looking like Mister from Color Purple now. Actually, it's kind of funny. Again, running around with all them white men, laying up under them white men, and taking on the name of them Rev 29 Goldberg. You done took on their whole identity, and now you out here looking like one of their goof behinds. Gross and nasty. This is what that mess do to you, bro. This is what that mess do to you. It transforms you. That sin will destroy you. But the Most High told us that he is going to restore us. This is why we don't run after this mess. This is why we don't chase this mess like these jokers do. Oh, there's this wealth and fame and they're not happy. I think this nigga actually just had, Lil Wayne had some kind of thing because he was having seizures and stuff. Because again, these jokers be living such a demonic life. They got to stay on drugs just to live, just to get by. Or else they have to look at the consequences of all the nastiness that they done did. And this is why they be out here just wasting away and dying. Wasting away. But I really wanted to bring that forth for y'all, man. So I hope y'all be blessed by that. You know, just remember, your age, you older, that's fine. That just means that you right where the Most High wants you to be. Keep following the Most High. Keep having trust in the Most High. And he's going to restore that youth back onto you. You not too, it's actually better to have children at 60, 70, and 80. You have more wisdom. As a man, you have more provision. Most men, especially when you get into your like 40s, 50s and stuff, that's when your stride is hitting. You've learned some things in life. You're better able to raise your children and give them wisdom. How are you going to give them wisdom when you a dumb 20-year-old yourself? This is why we see all the foolishness going on now, because you got young, dumb kids raising young, dumb bastards. Just like I said, young, dumb bastards. They born out of wedlock, curse. They got ignorant mama and daddy, curse. What you expect? What you expect? The Most High is reversing all that stuff, and he's getting our mindset correct. And dudes be like, oh, she gotta help me build. No, nigga, you gotta have something already. You be wanting the woman to come hammer the nails in the woods in the house instead of having the house already ready for her to come in and just decorate it. I'm sorry. I don't get with this 50-50 nonsense. Like, I'm not saying niggas should be out here getting taken advantage of by these hyenas, but it'd be better for you to just be off by yourself than to have to deal with this transactional nonsense. Like, come on, man. Be man again. Stand up. Have something for yourself. Yeah, work on something at the most. You ain't got to be out here ball. Like they put these big balling things in front of you. Ask the Most High what he wants you to do and work on it. Even if it's a small, tiny thing, whatever, it don't matter. Work at it and keep it going. I be blessed when I see my brother Garth stuff in the morning. You know, hey, overcomers. And he be out here with different exercises that give me ideas and stuff like that. That blesses me. It blesses me when I hear my sister Fatea talking about different things about how to fix your emotions and fix your life. I get blessed when I hear Sister Shar over Law for Love talking about how we need to get better with relationships and worrying about the children and putting things like everybody has something to bring. Everybody has something to bring. When I watch Sister Shonda, she bringing her wisdom that she find with stuff that she be seeing from these fools acting goofy on social media. When I see Tail Ministries breaking down different things from the world, everybody has a lane. Walk in your lane. You don't got to be like what everybody else is doing. You don't got, even if you don't get on the internet and nobody know what you're doing. Do what you do as unto Yah. That's all that matters. Walk in the lane that Yah has given you. The world will try to make you feel like, oh, you ain't out here doing this and doing it big and doing that. It ain't doing nothing. No. Do what you got to do. And the ones that will see it. And the ones that's for it will for it. The Most High asks you just to be busy. Do what he tells you to do. He ain't saying you got to have a giant church and a giant this and a big 2 million following and all that. That's what the world say. He's like, hey, even if you only get 15 people that show up to a live or 15 people that see your stuff, it'd be the most important 15 people that the Most High have that need to see what you got to see. Straight up. Straight up, man. Everybody out here doing your thing. Do what the Most High has told you to do. Seek Yah and do what he told you to do. It don't got to be perfect. It don't got to be this. Just start and keep doing it and be consistent and let him continue to mold you and make you within your spirit. That goes for women too. Just keep moving and let the Most High keep making you and get these mess in your mind that the world tells you that you got to be this and that and you should have this and that and you should be. That's all crap, because that's how you get chasing the rabbit hole and get down into nonsense. Because them niggas I showed you before, Whoopi and the other gremlin Wayne, they got it together. But would you want to look like them and be in their situation? I know I wouldn't. Lil Wayne got all the money, got all the women, all that. I wouldn't want to be. No way, not even a day, because that means that I got to be getting. I got to get sodomized by baby. Hey, youngin, hey, sonny, it's time. He's sitting there rubbing his hands together, nasty nigga. Shoot, Straight up, man. Anyway, man, I pray this blessed y'all. I pray that, y'all gain something from this. And I just wanted to bring this forward. This is what the Most High dealt with me about. So I wanted to bring that forward with all of y'all. So I appreciate this, y'all coming through, and I will see y'all again next week. Y'all be blessed.
Shout out to Big Yeshua. Project in the building. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside. Devil telling lies, God, he on my side. Don't gotta pick a side. Told him pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. Hey. Jumped off in that deep and I took off and I went crazy. Demons in the way, I told him, who God come and save me? Lord, come and save me. I cannot be messing around with a baby. I know that she trying to just be a distraction. I know that she tried to out of my fashion. I told her I need me a Bible study, baddie, little missus. We can go and turn up at the ark. Is you with it? Made it up to the top, oh yeah, I told him that we did it. I won't even have what I got right now for what the fuck, spirit. Holy Spirit be my hand of dope, I don't even do no stress. All I'm gonna do is go run it up, keep counting all these blacks. Always gotta keep my eye out for temptation, trying to test. God has switched my life up since I came up from finesse. Tell them demons, yeah, we outside. Living water, double cup, I had to say to guys. When I pull up in it, Bible on my side. We ain't with the lies, Satan know we outside.